Welcome to the Blue Scissors Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Boys and Nerds Podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back giving you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. It's the three of us again. I wasn't here last week, but thank you guys for holding down the fort.
We
tried.
I appreciate
Can't
it.
do it without you, though, Shannon. It's not the same.
But you guys did a good job. I was like, when you guys were talking about how you didn't see Spider-Man yet, and Jaja, you were like, let's let the movie breathe. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, since when? Since when are we out here letting movies breathe? Okay.
Sometimes we do. We wait a week sometimes. We're
sometimes.
forced to sometimes.
I don't remember the last time we did that, though.
But for a Marvel movie, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Marvel character, I should say.
But no, it was good. It was a good episode. You guys did good. How have you guys been? What are some nerdy things you guys have been up to?
Well, I'll go first. I haven't been too nerdy. I did catch the Summer Game Fest, watched the whole thing from start to finish.
There you go.
So we'll talk about that later.
Watch it.
And yeah, I've been nerding out to the Spider-Verse and the Game Fest mostly, just watching random YouTube videos about both of those things. So that's what I've been up to.
I saw the highlights from Summer Game Fest, but I was just telling James before you got on that I didn't see the whole thing. So it's good that you saw the whole thing. Is that all you did this past week?
Yeah.
All right, James, what have you been up to?
Oh man, I have been going through it over here. Let me put some dramatic effects on. Just look into my eyes here. It's been a rough week. It has been a rough week.
They've been working you over there at Microsoft.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. No, I'm on call. So there were actually 2 DDoS attacks on Microsoft, and since I happened to be on call, I had to kind of deal with the outbreak of that or the fallout of that. Oh man, it was rough.
So
my on call ends tomorrow. So
you have an actual pager?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I didn't know people well, I know doctors use pagers, but like I didn't know anyone else still use pagers. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think Monday morning the pager went off like 3 times the moment I stepped into the office, and I was like, all right, I see how this week is gonna go. So it's kind of it was rough for me. So yeah, I've been busy. But I did have a couple nerdy things that I got to get done though. So I made a nice frivolous purchase, the JoJo Veller. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this thing. Let me grab it for you. It's massive.
I'm assuming it's JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. What am I looking at? Is this a book?
What is it, a manga?
It's an art book.
Oh, so I love art books.
Yeah.
I love art books.
JoJo art galore.
Oh,
nice.
That's fresh.
Yeah.
It's really literally just pages of JoJo art. And there's some other stuff that came. It also came with this DVD set.
Nice. Is that like a full collection DVDs. Or is that like?
Yeah, it's a full collection.
Nice.
Just a history book of JoJo.
Nice.
This is all in Japanese, by the way. So yeah. And then this is like a stand, like it describes everyone's powers. It has their like the power ratings. So now I can be the guy that's like, actually, this stand is not as strong as this stand. So I can be that guy when it comes to JoJo.
So that all came together in one package?
Yep. So this was the box for it. It was
nice.
Like hollowed out.
And everything was in there.
Yeah.
James, was that like $100? I feel like that was like $100.
It was like $200.
Oh my gosh, even more. See,
only the real JoJo fans have that.
Yeah. I mean, no, but like that's usually what like all these like these really nicely done art books and like all this stuff, like that's like the range that it costs. They know how to get to fans for their money.
I typically don't like collecting things, but when I seen this, I was like, oh man, this looks super dope.
You love JoJo though, so it makes sense for you to have that.
I'm treating it like a coffee table book. So it's on my coffee table. It's huge though, so it's taking up the majority of my coffee table. I can't even eat on there anymore. Or I don't even want to set my drinks up there because I don't want to.
You don't want to spill it. Oh no, that would be so tragic.
I'll get a better display case for it here soon.
One of my things about collecting stuff is like, should I open this and actually use it and enjoy it? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I know my dad. He collects the Christmas Hess trucks. So every year he buys one, and we as kids like tore them up. So he used to have to buy 2, one for us to play with and one for it to go in the stash. So he has doubles of a lot of them.
We used to get Hess
That's
trucks
a
for
good call.
Christmas too. I don't think I've ever opened one though, so I still have them like in a box, like in my closet. I wonder if those are like worth anything. Probably not, but
You never know.
you never know.
Give it a couple years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they're still doing it.
I know, but it's not like they repeat. Like they
No,
don't
they
repeat
don't.
designs. Yeah, so like I imagine that like this is from
yeah,
when I was
it's
like
probably
a kid, so it's probably maybe. James, what else have you been up to? Oh,
So
probably
someone
not
had
much.
reached out. They did a fan art of my
Ooh,
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure cosplay, but in like JoJo art style. So it's not fully complete yet. He's still working on the coloring, the shading, but it looks really good. I'll share it once he's totally done. And then
James is
there's a
famous.
tuxedo mask one as well. So that one,
Nice.
the tuxedo mask cosplay I did,
Mhm.
they did a drawing of that. So I think they're pretty much wrapped up. I had to double check because they had just recently DM'd me before I hopped on here, so I'll check.
James, you're really famous
Then
out here with your cosplays. It's crazy.
oh man, not even.
And
You
I'm
are
glad to
though.
hear that the artists are still doing their thing, without with all
Yeah.
this AI scare stuff going on. Like that's good to hear.
Yeah,
AI
they were
can never
showing me like the
replace.
progress pics. So like
Yeah.
the black and white, the sketch. Like the one guy he showed, well, the JoJo one, he showed me like the paper drawing version. So yeah, they're definitely doing this by hand. So yeah, shout out to the legit artists.
Yeah. Shout out to the legit artists. Don't let AI bring you down, artists.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
I played a little bit of Spider-Man because I saw the trailer and I was excited, but I never beat the DLC for it. So I tried to boot it up on my PS5 because I bought it on PS4 initially. So I booted up on PS5 and then I forgot to put my save data from my PS4 to my PS5. So I was like, well, I'm not going to play this whole game over. So I did not. I actually did not. I played the Miles Morales a little bit, but the original Spider-Man I didn't. So then I just started playing Ghost of Tsushima again. So I'm gonna beat the DLC for that pretty soon.
Did I beat the DLC for Spider-Man? I don't even remember. It's been so long now since that game came out.
Right. Yeah. Then the last thing I've been reading the Photon comics. So I'm more than halfway done. I just got 2 comics left, but yeah. So my comics here that I've been
How's
collecting.
that? It's good.
It's all right. I'm not sure what the exact story is. There's a lot going on. Like it's so many. Like all the heroes popped up. She-Hulk and Thor. Yeah. Everyone's just popping up in and out randomly. So I'm a bit confused as to what's going on, but I'm enjoying reading it.
I gotta check and see if my boy Rob over at Comics Explained did a little breakdown or a little run through of the comic. That's how I
once I
usually
finish it,
take my comics.
I'm gonna definitely look at some of those videos once I finish it because yeah, I'm lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it for me.
No Zelda playing this week?
I have not touched Zelda in probably like 2 weeks.
Oh, really? Did you get tired of it?
Nah, I just been crazy busy.
Yeah. Is it my turn? Okay, what have I been doing? Nothing really nerdy this past week. I was in Disney World last weekend for a quick little weekend trip. So that was fun. That's my nerdy thing from last week. And then this week, I have been playing Zelda, Breath of the Wild still. I just got to the town for the 3rd Divine Beast, so I'm further than I was before in my first go through in this game. So I should be done soonish.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good. It is. But that's pretty much it for my nerdy things. I didn't do much besides that. So, but there's a lot going on this week. A lot happened. There's a lot for us to talk about. Summer Game Fest was this past week, so we'll be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about Spider-Man. Yeah, so let's get into it a little bit. Well, first of all, I heard you guys' thoughts on before we talk about Summer Game Fest. I heard you guys' thoughts about the portable handheld system that PlayStation is doing, which I told you that they were gonna do. Project Q. I told you guys they were gonna do
Shannon got the inside deets.
But it was like massively disappointing from what I thought they were actually gonna do to what they revealed to us. Like, what is from a company that gave us the first real like portable like system besides like Game Boy and stuff like that, like PSP. Like I feel like this is like a back step because it's not like an independent handheld gaming device. It's like solely connected to your PlayStation, right? Is that what you guys were saying?
Yep.
Yeah, it only streams your PlayStation games and not even off the cloud. I believe you have to own the games.
Yeah. So like there's nothing that's actually downloaded onto this device. It's all just streaming.
Not too sure yet, but that's what they're They're saying
That's
that it's just supposed to.
who's gonna buy that? I wonder how much it's gonna cost when it comes out. Who's buying that? It doesn't make
That's
any
what
sense
people
to
are
me.
asking. Like, who is the audience for this?
Right. That doesn't sound like it's gonna do too well.
Like I was saying last podcast, like I would be interested in a device that can stream PlayStation 5 games, but like if I have to own the console for that, then it
Yeah.
defeats the whole purpose.
If you have to own the console, if you have to be like connected to Wi-Fi in order to play it, it's not really then a true like on the go device. That's kind of just like, I don't know. I wonder who thought that was a good idea.
I mean, I'm not too mad at the Wi-Fi things because not many people have had a solution for that. Like, can you get a data plan for your Steam Deck yet?
No, but like I can download games onto my Steam Deck. Like I don't need Wi-Fi to play the games on my Steam Deck.
Okay, I see
You know
what
what I
you're
mean?
saying.
Yeah. So it's like a
Well,
real
a lot
on the
of
go device.
so it lets you play the games on offline because I know even on my
Yeah.
Xbox, if I don't have internet, it's like you can't log into any of your games, even if you have the license for them. It's like they need to be connected to an online server. You don't have that
No.
problem?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-mm. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing. Especially because like when you're streaming, you need like good Wi-Fi, not like crappy public Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have a good experience. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like, I'm interested to see how much that's gonna cost when it comes out, and I'm interested to see who's actually buying it. I don't really think it's gonna do that well, but we'll see. But yeah. So Summer Game Fest aired or was out this last week, and we got a lot of good gameplay trailers and preview trailers for a lot of stuff that I've been waiting for. So let's just get into it a little bit. Something that I've been waiting for a while is Final Fantasy VII Part 2 of the remake, and we finally got a trailer for that. And we got some gameplay footage for that, and that is coming out early 2024. Just enough time for me to finish the first part because I still haven't finished it, but I'm at the end and I'm almost done. So and also play the DLC. So finish it and play the DLC in time to play this. I'm very excited. But neither of you guys have played this, right?
Nah.
No.
Well, this is a PlayStation exclusive, and
All right.
and
Okay.
didn't they show this at the PlayStation Showcase?
Did they? I didn't actually see the PlayStation Showcase. They might have. Maybe they didn't have it. Did they not have a date for it yet? Or did they have more?
They didn't have a date for it. I think that was the reveal, the date.
I don't think I saw it though. I don't think I saw this trailer when they announced it at the PlayStation Showcase because I didn't see the PlayStation Showcase. But
yeah, I watched both of these in its entirety. I'm pretty sure that was one of the last, no, before Spider-Man or something like they featured
yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Oh, maybe that's what it was then. Okay. I didn't see the trailer, so this was good to me that I actually finally saw the trailer. And there's a date, early 2024, which is not that far. The end of the year is right around the corner, guys. We are 6 months in to the year.
James, did you see the showcase, the Summer Game Fest?
Yeah, I think the PlayStation Showcase, I might be tripping, but I think it was Final Fantasy 16 that they were showing.
Okay, you might be right. You might be right.
There's so many of them, you know?
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
This is 7. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so they didn't show this.
Either way, I'm not getting neither of those.
Nope. Please. Nope. You're not drinking the PlayStation Kool-Aid,
But it
Jaja.
looks amazing.
It does. It looks very good.
Oh my God.
It looks very good. I'm very excited. I just gotta finish. I was like stuck at the end. The end's kind of hard, so I was stuck at the end of part 1. So I just gotta finish that, and then I'll be good. I'll be good to play this. We got an official release date for Spider-Man 2, October 20th, which is also right around the corner. So that's exciting. Another PlayStation exclusive. Sorry, Jaja. James, what did you? What'd you say?
I'm ready for this one.
Yeah.
They did reveal that it's not Venom. Well, he won't be Eddie Brock. That doesn't matter to me. Venom's going to be in the game. I think it was really just the release date. They showed a picture of Kraven. So that was cool. So it's not just Venom the entire time. So we do get to see fight some other villains. I'm super hyped for this.
How do you feel about Eddie Brock not being Venom? Like it's going to be an original story. That's kind of cool. If they can.
Yeah, I do think that's cool that it's going to be their own story. So no one's going to be comparing like, from the source material, it doesn't match you. So, I mean, they give them the creative liberty to tell their own story. I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
So this game was at the showcase, PlayStation Showcase too, but the difference here is they brought out the I forgot the name of the guy that they brought out, but one of the developers for Spider-Man, he talked about like some things that got people hyped for the game. So that was cool. That little
Yeah.
twist and the release date. They
And the
announced
release date.
date.
Yeah. Right around the corner, right before holiday season too. So that's cool. Before I go through this entire list of games, is there any Jaja, as somebody who watched the whole thing, what stands out to you the most, or like what are you most excited about?
I'm excited about the way they did this showcase.
Okay.
And I'll talk more about it after we run through all the games. But
Mhm.
overall, it blew. I mean, I don't want to compare it to the PlayStation showcase because I think it was something different. I have my thoughts on that, but it was what it was supposed to be. Like it feels like E3 to me. Like this is the new E3. I know the guy that heads it. I'm trying to look up his name right now. The host of it. He's the guy that left E3 and then started this. So I feel like E3 never went anywhere. If the crowd was there, the reactions were crazy. They had a gameplay in-game footage for every game that they showed. Like it was a very good presentation from start to finish.
That's great.
We'll talk about it when we get to the games, but they brought out people. Like it was cool.
I'm sad I missed this. What was I doing? When did this stream? What day exactly? I'm trying to remember what was I doing that I
It
missed
was
this.
middle of the week. It was like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Always the middle of the week when people are freaking.
Yeah, I didn't watch it live. I watched the replay of the live showcase. It was like an hour and change, maybe like an hour and a half.
I should. Oh,
And it was like an actual presentation. It wasn't like because the PlayStation. I want we could talk more about it later, but the PlayStation showcase was just trailers, straight trailers playing straight through, and this was actual presentation with live audience and all of that.
That's what a showcase should be. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly,
don't bring me out just to watch a bunch of game trailers back to back to back. There needs to be some kind of like entertainment, some kind of appeasement to the audience. It needs to be like something.
Like I could get excited about a game by myself. Like I can do that watching the trailer, but the showcase is for me to get excited with other gamers, see their reaction, see the developers' reactions from our reaction. Like it's a whole interaction thing going on. It's not. Don't just throw at me a bunch of trailers.
Yep, I agree. So Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown coming next year. I don't know if I've never heard anybody talk about a Prince of Persia video game. Are either of you playing this game?
Nah.
Wait, not even the old ones? You haven't heard about the old ones?
I mean, I've heard about them, but like, I haven't heard about
Persia is one of those franchises that been waiting for Xbox to bring back. That's like.
Oh, really? So, are you gonna play this game?
Oh, absolutely. Did you see this game? You got to see the gameplay of this game. It looks incredible. So it went back. So Prince of Persia started off as like a 2D side-scrolling game where it's not like a hack and slash. It's like a more of a puzzle game and like, you know, and then it transformed into like a 3D puzzle games where you're trying to figure out how to beat the level, and the action was there, and there was like cool combos. The combat was amazing in the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, but it was more of like a puzzle game. And this game looks like it's taking it back to the 2D well, not 2D, 2.5D, I should say, side scrolling format, but like the combat looks phenomenal. It looks crazy. Like it's like anime style a little bit. Like a lot of cool combos you can do. The guy looks badass, 2 swords. Like it looks amazing.
Jaja's gonna have to tell us. You're gonna have to give us your report when you buy and play this game.
Yeah, I will. Definitely play this.
Okay. We got gameplay trailer for Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat game. Looks like more blood and more violence. I don't. So I guess it'll be good. Are you guys excited about this one?
They did bring out somebody for this game to explain the game, and yeah, it was amazing. The trailer was awesome.
When's this coming out? Do we have a date? I don't remember. No? Okay.
It's
no, I don't think so.
So the whole thing about Mortal Kombat 1 is it's like a soft reboot, so to speak, because I didn't finish this. I didn't play the whole story in Mortal Kombat 11, but apparently at the end of it, something happens where you become like you become like the most powerful being, some sun god or something. I might be getting it wrong, but something happens at the end of the story that he wants to restart like everything in the tournament again, and he's going to different universes collecting fighters again. So these are supposed to be different fighters, variants. They're supposed to be variants. Put it like that. Like they're not the original OG fighters. It's supposed to be new, but still kind of continue. Like I forget like the details of how the story transitions into this one, but it's like a reboot that's still like the continuation of the plot line.
Everyone loves to use the word variants. The
and there's a
multiverse
lot
is
more
a popular thing right now.
Yeah, there's a lot more cinematic storyline in this one, and rivalries are different. I think Scorpion and Sub-Zero are brothers, so and the gameplay looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Fortnite. I know neither of you play Fortnite. But Fortnite has a crossover with Transformers. So my boyfriend's excited about that because he plays Fortnite, but I know you guys don't play Fortnite. But that's kind of cool. So that's happening in season 3. They're gonna have like new maps and stuff like that. It's gonna be called Fortnite Wilds, so that's cool for all the Fortnite players. Sonic Superstars, a new game, a new Sonic game is coming out this year. Anyone excited about that?
I might check it out.
I'm gonna say you guys love Sonic.
Did you guys see this trailer?
You don't. I think I saw it in passing. I don't think I actually.
It looks amazing. Oh my god. I love that we just got Sonic Frontiers, which I didn't get to play yet, but looks amazing. And then we get this game that is taking it back to the roots. Like this is like Sonic the Hedgehog original. And I know they did a remaster already. Like I think it's Sonic something anniversary, but they did kind of a remaster where it went back to the original. But this one is even better, and it's new levels. It's not like a remake of the original. It's a whole new game.
It does look cool. Yeah, it looks cool.
Sonic has new powers. I think and it's 2.5D, so it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks really cool actually.
And the co-op, there's 4 players. I think it's like 4-player co-op. It looks like you could be Tails, Knuckles, Sonic, and Amy.
Yeah. This is cool.
It looks amazing.
I would play this, actually.
Yeah, coming fall 2023.
Oh, look, right around the corner. All right. Alan Wake is getting a sequel. So we got gameplay reveal for that. I played a little bit of Alan Wake when I first got my Xbox. When I was briefly an Xbox person. Alan Wake came with my Xbox, so I played it for a little bit, but then I stopped because it was scary. I
think I had the same experience.
Really? Yeah. I had to stop playing. I was like, no.
It was a great game, but it's like creepy too.
Yeah. So that's coming out on October 17th. And it looks still just as scary as the first one. So I'll be staying far away from this.
We get a new character that we get to play as. We get to see the story from a different perspective. The gameplay looks fantastic. Hopefully I get my hands on this game.
So you're gonna play this one, even though you didn't, even though you couldn't get through the first one. Okay.
I always wanted to go back to the original and beat it because it was a good game. Like I was having fun playing it. I really don't know why I didn't finish it.
That might be one of those games where, like, the same way that I watched somebody do a playthrough of Resident Evil Village, I might just watch somebody do a playthrough of this game and the first game. And not play it myself.
Go back to Alan Wake, to be honest.
Well, I don't have an Xbox, so I can't go back to Alan Wake. But you let me know how you're going back to.
It might be on Game Pass. You don't need.
Oh, it might be. You're right. It might be on Game Pass, but still, I'm not gonna play it. I don't like scary games. We all know this. But if you start playing it again, let me know how it is.
Will do.
Like a Dragon, Gaiden. So this is a new game. And this series is like the Yakuza series. Formerly known as the Yakuza series. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like formerly the Yakuza series. Rebranded. So that's cool.
Looks amazing. I don't think there was a game at the showcase that didn't look amazing. I'm saying this for every single game.
Jaja about to be playing all the games.
Like this was a really good showcase. You gotta watch the whole thing.
I know. I do have to watch the whole thing. I only saw the highlights. I should watch it from start to finish. I should have watched it from start to finish before this podcast, actually, but apologies for me not being as informed. But at least Jaja is informed for all of us.
It was really satisfying.
That's good. But that game's coming this November, so that's gonna be cool. Star Trek Infinite has been announced for all the Star Trek fans out there. And that's a full reveal of the game is coming on June 16th. But when is the actual game coming out? Do we have a date? I don't think so. Did this game look amazing to you too, Jaja?
I don't remember this trailer specifically, but I think it was amazing. From I'm just like I'm trying to see if I could play the trailer real quick just to get a brief reminder of what it looked like. But I didn't think I had any complaints about this game. My uncles are Star Trek fans, so whenever I see a Star Trek game, I'm looking at it to see if I could recommend it to them. Like there's a free to play Star Trek game right now. That's like a massively multiplayer online game. That's when I logged in, I was like, oh, this is super complicated, but this is something they might love, and they play it to this day. So
nice. Toxic Commando, not really familiar with this at all. That is coming out next year to Xbox, PS5, and PC. This looks like another game that I'm not trying to play at all either. Chada, do you remember this trailer?
So just to piggyback off the last one, yeah, I do remember the Star Trek trailer. It was amazing. It's like the galaxy. You could join different factions, and you're battling over taking over the galaxy. It looked really cool. But Toxic. You said Toxic Commando.
Yeah.
Let me see. Toxic Commando.
Ugh.
I would have to.
I'm not trying to play this.
Yeah, it was like a horde zombie shooter game.
Yeah. No. How many zombie games are we gonna have? I feel like
for real.
I feel like it's a very oversaturated market at this point. But no.
I don't remember the Toxic Commando trailer specifically.
It looks gross. So maybe that's why. Maybe you blocked it out of your mind. But I won't play that. Anyway. We have a new Sandland, which is from Akira Toriyama and Bandai. So it has a very Dragon Ball Z style-ish look to it. And this
I think this was the first game that they did. Yeah, I think they did this and then Mortal Kombat 1. And they brought out, did they bring out somebody for this game? I can't remember. But yes, this game looks amazing. It's supposed to be based on the manga and expand on the manga. Because there's a lot of things in the game that are just canon to the game, like it wasn't in the manga. So
the graphics look really good, actually. This looks cool.
It does, yeah.
This might be something I played. So this is coming to PlayStation 5, PS4, Xbox, and PC. There's no release date for the game yet, so that means it's not coming out anytime soon. But there's a trailer for it, so
I will be there for it.
Yeah. Pal World. This article says Pal World is like Pokemon with guns. I don't think I saw this trailer.
Looks fantastic. So Shannon, you missed my whole review on Cassette Beasts.
Cassette Beasts.
But
yes, I heard that though. Is that what this is?
No. This is something different. So this is something that I was looking at before I even knew about Cassette Beasts. This game has been in development for a really long time. It's supposed to be an open world, full 3D adventure game where you're monster taming, collecting monsters, training them, whatever. It looks like they fight right beside you while you can fight. You co-op with your monster and fight these monsters in the wild. And yeah, you got guns. You use bow and arrows and you're shooting the monsters. Like when the trailer first came out for this game, I think we talked about it. Actually.
A lot of these look dangerously similar. Sorry, Jada, continue. I did not mean to. I would wait till you're done. I'm just watching the trailer as you're talking. Go ahead.
No, just real quick. I think we talked about it. Like when the trailer first came out, there was controversy because it's like you're shooting animals. The animal crew.
It is. I see that. Yeah.
Rights people were upset. So I don't know how this game is still going to come out, but yeah, you're shooting down animals, monster taming, all of that.
Who is the developer of this game? Because like these animals look dangerously close to Pokemon. I wonder if like they're gonna run into any trouble for like their likeness, for like stealing likeness from like.
Not at all.
You don't think so? Like I'm looking at the trailer.
They do look like Pokemon, but it's hard to. But as long as it's not direct copies, like it's.
I know, but I feel like some of them are direct copies with like one little thing that's different. So like yeah, they're like skirting around it a little bit, but I'm like that looks exactly like a Pokemon that exists.
They can try that. It would be a long road to go down if they started suing every game that was like Pokemon. There are like millions of Pokemon ripoffs, like direct ripoffs. There are games that have transformed like the red and blue version into like massively multiplayer games online where you could just like so yeah, if they want to go start suing everybody, they're gonna have a tough day.
But anyway, yeah, it's kind of weird that you're shooting these cute little animals with guns and stuff like that. But how is that any different than you like shooting wildlife with arrows and stuff when you're playing like these other games where like that allow you to kill and hunt animals? It's the same. And they're not real animals. They're like fictional. So I feel
Fictional
like
beasts.
I mean,
I feel
hunting
like
an animal, like shooting them once or twice to kill them, bow and arrow is different from mowing them down with like a 30 bullet assault rifle, reloading and unloading
Yeah, they got
another
the
clip
machine
into
guns.
them. Like it's different.
That's
Where
true.
you're dual wielding pistols, just shooting down animals. So yeah, it's a little weird, but I am into the monster taming genre, so I can't be a hypocrite. But I do see what the animal rights people might feel. But like, listen, there's a lot worse stuff in media that we consume. So hey,
yeah. This game actually looks pretty interesting though. I feel like I would play this. I feel like I'll play this. So we'll see whenever it comes out. Early access comes next January. But I don't know when the official release date for everything else is out. But also, what system is this coming to? It doesn't say in this article. Do you know, Jaja?
I'm not sure. I don't know if they announced it. Can't remember.
What?
But I'm
They have
assuming
to
it's coming
announce
to
what system
everything.
it comes to. I would hope so.
I don't know if they announced it yet. Something might not be announced for system, but it definitely PC probably. And I'm assuming Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo. But yeah, no, from what I remember, I don't think it's announced what it's coming on. Like it's still speculation because
Okay.
yeah.
But if early access starts in January, I feel like we should know by now what system it's coming to. Maybe
I'll
I'm
research it
wrong
and
with
I'll
that.
come back with the answer because
Okay.
I don't remember.
We're getting a Lord of the Rings game, Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. That's coming this fall.
I think that was the weakest trailer from everything. It's like a mining game, like you're a dwarf and like you just build this whole dwarf kingdom, something like that. I didn't look too interesting to me from what I saw.
I mean, I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I probably wouldn't have been playing this either, but someone will play it.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, what is this? 9? I'm sorry, guys. I have trouble reading Roman numerals.
Final Fantasy 7.
7. Wait. Oh shit. Sorry. 7. Ever Crisis. So this is beta that begins on July 6th. What's this about? I don't know if I know what this game is.
It was the official reveal trailer, so I think it's supposed to sum up every story in Final Fantasy VII, something like that. But
Oh,
it's
and like
another
a
game
different
that I
kind of
will not
okay.
get to experience.
Interesting. Oh, another PlayStation. You're just not gonna get to play any Final Fantasy game. But that's weird though, because Final Fantasy hasn't always been exclusively on PlayStation, so it's weird that all the new
No,
Final Fantasy
we have which one do we have? 14? 13? We have one of those that like recently came out.
Oh, this is a phone game. Oh, never mind, guys.
Oh, I will be playing it then.
This is a phone game. Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden, new action RPG. So that's coming out
this
too.
is the game that I was looking. Yeah. I will be playing this 100%. I'll let you know how it is.
Okay. What's this? Baldur's Gate 3?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Uh-huh.
It's a franchise it's a PC franchise, I think, that ported to Xbox. It's like a Diablo style game. Very fun. If you're into that style game, I think I played Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance with my uncle bought it and we were like me and my brothers used to hop online on the PC and play with him. It was a really cool game.
Okay. There's like a lot of games to get through, so instead of going through all the rest, Jaja, you just tell me which ones you're most excited about. And James, if you saw any that you're excited about. Because there's so many. It's gonna take us forever to get through all of them.
Yeah, what I saw wasn't even a game. It was a movie or series, Twisted Metal. That was probably like one of the more exciting ones for me.
Yes.
So it's debuting on Peacock July 27th, but they gave us a good trailer for that.
So it's a show.
How do you feel about the clip? Yeah, it's a show.
Okay.
or a movie. No, it's a show. I don't know. I actually don't know. It's a series, so it's a
Okay,
show.
it's a
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, it's a show.
But
Okay.
did you see the clip that they played at Summer Game Fest,
I,
James?
I did. I forgot Anthony Mackie was going to be in it, and I was like, all right, I'm
Oh,
excited
really?
for this. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And then what is it? Will Arnett is gonna be the clown. I forget his name, but I didn't like the trailer. I really thought it was a weird
Oh
scene that
man,
they chose to do. Like there was no cars in it, and yeah,
that
we
was my
got a little
biggest
bit.
gripe. I was like,
Yeah,
This
there was
looks like a
no
weird
cars,
trailer.
and then I'm thinking, what's this guy's name? What's the name of the clown in Twisted Metal? But he was supposed to be like this scary, mysterious figure, and now it's just like, oh, you're gonna be this funny, like I don't know how to feel about it right now. And the scene was just weird. Like he was fighting him, and then there was one part where he had his face up against a slot machine, and they're singing now, and he's like, I was just like, okay, I don't know how to feel about this right now. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more gritty than this.
This looks like a commercial for something, like a casino commercial where like they're at any point they're gonna make a joke about something. It doesn't look like a show. So I see like the trailer is weird. It's in a weird style.
Like I'm still kind of interested in the show because I want to see how the car part looks. I think this was just, I don't know, a teaser.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see. I'm probably not gonna watch this, but you guys feel free to watch it and tell me
oh yeah, I'll check it
tell
out.
me your thoughts. Any other movies, not movies, any other games or any other announcements that stuck out at you?
Real quick, Marvel Snap is getting a new mode,
Of course, I
Conquest
knew you were gonna
mode.
talk about that.
I'm gonna check it out. Um, Call of Duty is gonna have a new trailer. I mean, a new season for Warfare, Modern
Modern
Warzone. I mean,
Warfare. Oh yeah.
sorry. What else? Exo Primal. I'm still waiting for that to come out. Apparently, it's getting a Street Fighter 6 crossover before the game's even out. So yeah, thanks, but I'm just excited to play the game. Like I just
Mhm.
like give me the game, even though Street Fighter 6 is going crazy right now. Um, Anything you want to point out real quick, James?
No, that was all the most
Eliza
exciting things to
P.
me. Yeah.
Liza P looks amazing. It's a Souls like game and but a little different spin on it. You should check out that trailer when you get a chance. I think I already have it pre-installed on my Xbox because it's coming out on Game Pass, baby. So,
Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight too for
oh
people who play
yes,
Dead by
that was a fun presentation.
Daylight.
I thought that was the most fun presentation out of all of them. When they brought out Nicolas Cage to talk about this Dead by Daylight feature, like he was just talking about how he was thankful to be exposed to this audience because he's never stepped into this gaming world. And it was like the things that he had to say, like you would think it's corny, but it was kind of, I thought it was cool. Like I thought it was really cool that Nicolas Cage was like really appreciative of like being featured in this game, and the way he presented it like makes me kind of want to check out the game. Like he sold me on, I wanted, because he was like, yo, I put everything, like I realized like it's different than acting because you got to be on time with the gamer's movements and stuff. So he was just describing like that. He was like, I did everything from the breath to the grunt to the laugh. It's all me in the game. So because he was like, yeah, I want to connect with the player. Like it was he sold me on the game. So
Have either of you played Dead by? You know I didn't play it, but have either of you been Dead by Daylight players before?
Nah, not
No.
I.
no,
Okay,
no.
but you're gonna start playing just for Nicolas Cage. You
I'm
guys
gonna
have
check. Yeah, I'm gonna check out Nicolas Cage. I'm gonna try to because I think it's on
okay.
game. So, Witcher season 3 is coming out. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Anything else? A
I think
couple
that's
other games.
it.
Oh, Immortals of Avium.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really really cool looking game. So I think I think it looks kind of like uh not Skyrim, but it's like you have a whole bunch of magic powers. You're like a battle mage, and yeah, the gameplay it looks amazing. The spell combos and like you're just shooting off magic shield, magic shot, explosion. Like it looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that I need to mention from this? No, I kind of want to get into my thoughts about this whole showcase thing in general.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think it's kind of weird the way Sony did their presentation. And I don't know if they're like copying Nintendo style of the way they do their directs, where it's like the head of Nintendo says, "Hey, look at all these great games we got coming for you," and then boom, there's all these trailers.
Mm.
The like I think the point that I wouldn't mind that for like a state of play, but the point of a showcase is like I was saying before, is to get the audience involved and reaction and have that community building experience. And I think Sony's in a lot of trouble right now. Cause and like we were
Really?
saying before about the portable handheld, right? Like
Mm.
Sony at heart is a hardware company.
Mm.
So that's where they should thrive. And the fact that they're not putting much effort into the portable arena with all the stuff going on is suspect to me.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, and like I would only talk about Xbox in comparison because Sony, I think, plays a different game than both of them. Like I don't like comparing Sony to Xbox and even PC and PlayStation because since day one, they were never trying to be the most powerful. Like
Mm.
I did a little bit of research when I had this thought, and from what I saw, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Master System was stronger than the Super Nintendo. The Sega Genesis had a better CPU than the Super Nintendo. Uh, the the Sega Saturn, Dreamcast era, they had the N64. You know what I mean? So they were never trying to be the most powerful. They have their audience. They know how to service their audience. You shouldn't be trying to copy Nintendo. So this they like I don't and then part of me feels like it's something business and legal wise why they had to have that showcase because that's not officially part of Summer Game Fest, right? That PlayStation showcase. It wasn't
No,
like labeled under Summer Game Fest. The Xbox showcase that's happening today, well, when this comes out, it would have happened 2 days
already.
ago.
Mm.
It's part of Summer Game Fest.
Mm.
So if Xbox's premiere showcase is under the Summer Game Fest umbrella, why did the PlayStation one go outside of it? And you have PlayStation exclusive games being
Let me
shown in the Summer Game Fest. Like I
well, let
think
me let
that
me
was
fact check that
weird.
real quick as you're talking. Let me fact check that.
Yeah. So that was kind of weird to me. Um, and then I feel like they're like we're moving either I don't know why Xbox doesn't just make a PC that has Xbox like integrated. You know what I mean? Because if a lot of people want to play PC games, and if
Mm.
you're on the Xbox console, there's a lot of games that you miss out on. And integrating those two would solve a lot of problems. Or the other way, you can go the ROG Ally Steam Deck way and just try to eliminate the console in its entirety. Like imagine us not having a console. You buy something like the ROG Ally that can plug up to your monitor. If you want to play it wired, you can play it wired. If you want to play it on the go, you can play it on the go. Like that's what I kind of see in the future. Like the actual box that we sit in our living room might go extinct within the next couple generations. I feel like.
Hold on, real quick, Jaja, just to update you. No, Sony was not part of Summer Game Fest. That has
I think
been
that's
fact
weird.
checked. Yeah, that is a little weird.
And the like half the games that they showed are coming to Xbox that they showed at their showcase. And it was just literally trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer, barely any gameplay, if any. And it was a bad move. Like it was an obvious bad move. Like if you know this is what's coming after you, Summer Game Fest. I don't understand why don't you just go under that umbrella and just make it like an E3 again.
Sony loves to do everything for themselves, is what I realized. But
That
yeah,
that was one of my thoughts. I thought it was a cash grab. Like
probably. I mean, I feel like most of the things I love Sony, but I feel like most of the things they do are a cash grab, or like I love PlayStation rather, not Sony. But I feel like most of the things they do are a cash grab. So I can agree with you on that. Project Q feels like a rushed project to kind of like get into the handheld gaming space as it becomes more popular. But it was like a really weak. I feel like it's a weak attempt. So yeah, everything about what they're doing right now is a little. I can agree with that. It's a little sus. Just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Yeah. I can agree with you on most of that. But exciting time for games, exciting time for movies. It's gonna be a good next couple of months or throughout. It's gonna be a good last half of the year. This last 6 months of the year is gonna be primo for gaming and content. So that's exciting. That's something
definitely gonna watch the Xbox showcase as soon as we wrap up because I gotta watch that.
Yeah. Gotta find out about Starfield. What is it? What game was it?
Starfield.
No. I've got to find out about everything but Starfield. They're teasing Fable. I don't know if you saw the little teaser trailer where somebody's sprinkling glitter. Well, they're following a glitter path on the ground, and then it goes to the screen, and you hear like Fable-like music. So everybody's waiting for Fable. They better show Fable. Xbox, Microsoft, if y'all do not show Fable after that,
I'll
we're
watch
gonna
the
have a
Xbox
different
showcase
conversation
too.
next week. We're gonna have a total.
I'll watch the showcase also. I'll be ready for next week watching the showcase. All right, awesome. James, do you have any other thoughts about this before we move on off of this into our highly anticipated discussion?
No, I'm ready to get into it.
All right. So, into the Across the Spider-Verse, the second installment of the Spider-Verse trilogy came out last week. I saw it last week. To my dismay. Well, I didn't record last week, so I guess it's fine that you guys didn't see it last week. But so it's out. We've all seen it, so we're ready to talk about it. First I want to look up the updated box office numbers, which I was trying to find before we started.
Do we know if it did better than Mario?
Let's see. Okay, so let's see where we are right now. So it opened to, and I think you guys talked about this. It opened to 120 million in ticket sales domestically in opening weekend. But where is it right now in numbers?
I think Mario said it had 140. I think
on its opening.
I remember.
Probably
146.
I'm trying to look for the updated weekend numbers, but I can't find it. If somebody finds it before me,
I'm sure they're blowing it out of the water because the first weekend that I didn't see it, everybody who I knew was gonna go see it was like, "I seen it. It was amazing. You gotta go see it."
Okay, wait.
Everybody was talking about the end.
Yeah, so it's the second biggest opening of the year right now. That's the spot that it's grabbed. So what's the first biggest opening? I'm pretty sure it's Mario.
Has to be Mario.
Yeah.
For animated or just in general?
No, in general of the year.
Oh, okay. It has to be Mario. It has to be Mario. I can't think of another movie. Top Gun, maybe?
No, definitely not. Definitely not Top Gun. Second best Thursday preview ever for an animated film. Yeah, you're right. Oh no, only Incredibles 2 did better. So it opened the second best Thursday preview ever for an animated film with 17.35 million. And only The Incredibles 2 did better on a Thursday preview with 18.5 million. And then the Super Mario Bros. Movie opened on a Wednesday and did not have previews. So,
great, they threw that stat off.
Yeah. I don't know why they opened that movie on a Wednesday.
So what's your feeling about the movie? What you guys think?
It was amazing. It was equal, if not better than the first one. Equal to, if not better.
Really?
Yeah. For some reason, it kind of left my mind that this was supposed to be a 2-part movie. So when it ended on a cliffhanger, I was like, what the fuck? So I feel like if I would have remembered that, I would have went into the movie a little bit more prepared for it to end on a complete cliffhanger. But it felt different to me from these other movies that have had 2 parts, like the Infinity War and Endgame trilogy, because like it felt like it didn't feel like a complete story. So it was kind of a little bit more jarring because it literally was just like, oh, let's leave off right in the middle of this thing. Like there was no like closing or like this is it for now conclusion. You know what I mean? It was literally just a bink. They literally just chopped it off right at the end. And it was like, you guys will find out what happens next year. So that was my only problem with it. But besides that, it was a phenomenal movie. It was everything about it was good. We'll go through a little more, but I just want to hear you guys' initial thoughts too.
James?
Yeah, 11 out of 10. I was not disappointed at all. I was upset that it ended.
Exactly.
That's my biggest complaint.
That it ended. You didn't have any problems with the cliffhanger?
No, I liked it.
Well, he's accepted that it ended. But
Jaja, what about you?
So my opinion on it, I'm hyping it up. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was one of the best animated movies I've ever seen in my life. That movie was fantastic. Oh my god, the cliffhanger. I'm not mad at it, just because. Well, of course, I'm mad that I gotta wait however many
A
months
year. I
till
think it's
March to
only a
see the
year.
next one.
Yeah. Oh, is it coming out in March of next year?
Yeah, I think it's March. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
So
technically less than a year. So
right,
that's
right.
cool.
So it's not super long I have to wait, but
Yeah.
the way they set up the ending was so satisfying for me that it was like, yeah, I can see why you didn't want to do this in the next half hour. Give me a whole movie for what's about to happen because it's
Yeah,
about to
that
go
was a good
insane.
cliffhanger.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's better that they're splitting it into two rather than trying to like fit that whole story into one movie. Yeah, I agree.
Like what they did with the story, I think it's way better than the first one. I have to go back and watch the first one because I was really, really impressed with the story, where they went with the story, and how
Oh
they,
yeah.
even though it's the whole multiverse cliche, they did it to perfection. I tell you, you
Yep.
could tell Marvel was like, listen, do it like this, do it like that. Yeah, they got different terms for everything, but that multiversal tree splitting looks very familiar.
Mhm. It
It looked
does.
like the Kang timeline splitting. So,
Yeah.
and then, oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
There was questions about like if this is gonna be like MCU canon,
Hmm.
and I feel like it
Do we
has to
want it
be.
to be? Do we want it to be though? What I kind of like about this movie is that like it is, it's not trying to be in with everything else. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's a good trilogy on its own. Like I feel like we don't need to drag it into the MCU and make it canon in the MCU. I don't know. I just feel like it's a good gem on its own.
I feel like the fact that we saw Tobey Maguire Spider Man and the other homeboy Spider Man, their whole Uncle Ben dying scene, and the fact that those two are part of the MCU already, it's like automatic.
I mean, they're part of the MCU, but they're also just Spider-Man in general. Like, I feel like they would have been in there whether they were in the MCU. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that them being in there necessarily means that like this movie is gonna get folded into the MCU. I hope it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, James? Do you want it to be? Do you want it to
Yeah.
become?
I like it being its own thing. I mean,
Yeah.
if they mention this in the MCU, like, oh, there was, this Miles Morales Spider-Man just messed up the timeline versus like, let's say in the next movie, they try to throw Kang in there or something like that. Like then
Oh
it
God.
gets, yeah, it gets muddy. It
No.
starts to get muddy. I want this to stay its own thing because they're telling a
Yeah.
beautiful story right now
Well,
versus like trying to attach it to something else.
Mm-hmm.
then when Miguel made that joke in the beginning about the nerd and Doctor Strange in 19999, isn't that what they originally called the MCU?
Oh, was that a reference to Tom Holland's Spider-Man and
I
Doctor
think
Strange?
that,
Oh.
yeah, definitely. I think so, definitely.
I don't know. I just don't. Okay,
It
maybe
could
like
be an Easter egg,
it could be
but
an Easter
he
egg.
definitely referenced. The MCU is referenced multiple times in that movie to me.
It could be an Easter egg. I don't think that's. I mean, yes, it's an MCU reference, but it's more a reference to the Spider-Man that had two Spider-Man. I just don't. I don't know. I mean, if they do it, I just hope they do it well. But I feel like it's like a gem on its own, and I feel like it doesn't need to
But
be overly
it doesn't
complicated.
necessarily have to like mix plots. Like that
Yeah,
that could be over there and that could be over there, but they're still all one multiverse.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like they never have to cross over ever. But people are talking about it. But I
Yeah.
don't I don't
I
necessarily
don't know how I
need
feel
them
about
to.
it. I would have to see what they're actually like
Yeah.
what their actual plans were for it
You
before
wouldn't
I
want to see a
say
Miles
like
Morales on the Young Avengers? I think
I mean
that would be cool.
I would. But like if we do make a live action Miles Morales, I don't think that story has to have anything to do with it. Is what I'm saying. I don't know. Like it could just
I
be
see what you're
completely
saying.
different. Yeah. It could just be
That
completely
might
different.
be a lot for like a lot of the MCU Miles Morales to come in with that much backstory of all of
Yeah.
that. Or
Like
maybe they can just take a variant out of like introduce a variant in there that'll cross over. But yeah, it's yeah. It don't
yeah.
need to cross over. It
No.
doesn't. It doesn't need to mix.
Nah,
But I
not
do
at
think
all.
it's under the same umbrella.
Yeah. I mean, that I can agree with, yes. But I feel like if we do get a live, which I think did they confirm already that there was going to be a live action Miles Morales? I feel like I saw that they
Yeah,
did.
they did. It's
Yeah.
a live action Miles Morales, and then there's a Spider Woman, either movie or series. I don't know if it's going to be live action, but both of those are supposed to be coming out. And
Yeah.
Tom Holland's next 3 movies. He's still
Yeah.
got 3 movies to do.
I don't think that live action Miles Morales needs to have anything to do with the Spider-Verse trilogy. It should just be its own separate thing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything about this movie was good. And yes, the writing, the story plot, it was much more mature and much more evolved from the first movie. So I would say that it's better in that regard. The animation, amazing. I liked how every universe had a different animation style. It was so cool to see, and it must have taken a ton of work to do. But it was like really like a visual masterpiece. It was so good, like the visuals. Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Toby.
What? No, in this movie.
No, is his name Hobie?
Hobie.
Hobie. Spider-Punk.
Yes, yeah. That's my. He needs his own series, and Parak. Probably. I don't want to mess up this one's name, but you know which one I'm talking about.
Yes.
The one in Mumbai.
Parvati? Yeah. He was my favorite too. He was funny.
His own show. Oh my god.
He does. His Spider-Man was really good. He was funny. I liked his Spider-Man the most too. Besides, yeah. He was that was good. Hobie, I couldn't understand anything he was saying. It was really it was hard for me to understand what he was saying at parts. I'm not gonna say I didn't understand anything, but like not because of his accent. I just feel like he was really low. Did anyone else get that in their theater? That it was hard to understand him?
But I did see complaints that people were saying like there were volume issues with some of the theaters.
Maybe I had volume issues then because I found it hard to understand what he was saying. I had no clue. I was like, okay, yeah, he's talking now. Great.
I heard what he was saying. I thought he was one of the most important characters in the movie because as soon as he, what was the part that I noticed that when they all started chasing after Miles Morales and he was the one that was like, nope, I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, he's different. Yeah. He's not going with the grain. There's something about Hobie because they mentioned his name like 10 times before we saw him.
Yeah.
And then and we got him early. And then I think he helped them get the wristband so that they could travel through time. He helped Gwen get that was from Hobie. So I think he is the man and one of the most important characters in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Or he will be in the next movie, probably. We'll see. James, did you say who your favorite was?
Oh, Miles Morales.
Besides Miles Morales.
I mean, second to him would be Hobie.
Okay.
Ben was cool too. I like Scarlet Spider, I think, with the blue hoodie. Mm-hmm. He was Rolo Miguel at the end. I thought he was cool. Spider Woman, of course. Can we give a shout out to Issa Rae?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she was good.
She killed that. I don't know how the women are gonna feel about it because they're. It's funny that she was pregnant and out there fighting, and then we had the Peter Parker from
Peter B. Parker endangering his child.
Yeah, it was like
child endangerment.
Are y'all not scared of getting backlash about this? Okay. And then they pointed out and made a joke about it in the movie. Like it was really interesting.
He's an interesting father figure. Just bringing her daughter into his daughter into the.
And homegirls on a motorcycle fighting, pregnant. Like, what's going on here?
But yeah, it was a really good movie. It was really good. I felt like that the stakes were a lot higher in this movie, and yeah, I'm very on edge to see and like learning all about like Miles, how he's like an anomaly, how he's not supposed to be Spider-Man, and like all this stuff. Like that's cool. That was like the whole story plot was really good. So
you know what I'm hoping? Mm-hmm. I'm hoping he can find a way to not let his father or mother have to die for him in order to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I hope not either.
What they were getting to.
I hope not.
Because I get it happened in that other universe. I get it. Yeah, he got now he's gonna have the trauma of that, but I hope he can figure it out where that's not like a, what do they call it?
Yeah. In the video game, it happens too. It happened. Yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah. I hope not either, because now I feel like we're coming to expect it, and like everyone knows that's what happens in his story. But I hope that it doesn't happen either, just for like something different to happen.
And the fact that he pointed it out and was like, the fact that Miles Morales saved one of their parents from dying, and now they have to either just be a separate timeline or just not exist anymore. I think that's sad as hell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like there can't be a Spider. Like I knew growing up, it was a thing. Like Spider-Man was one of those heroes that could just never be happy. Like every time he was this close to being happy in his normal life, or things going good, something messes up, and it's like, oh, it's because he's Spider-Man, he can't enjoy his life. Like that was one of the things that I hated. It's like the same thing with what's the cereal that they don't let the mascot eat? Tricks. Tricks are for kids. I hate Tricks are for kids because they won't let the rabbit eat the goddamn cereal. Sorry for my language, but it's like it's that type of thing. Like, let Spider-Man be happy. Let him have a girlfriend. Like, there's like, why can't we make that a mainstream story for Spider-Man that he's happy? Why does he have to be depressed and mental issues all this time?
Yeah, yeah. I hope not. Yeah, I hope not either. It's gonna be very sad if his dad does die. I hope not. Let's just make it since he's an anomaly, I feel like maybe it'll be different. Maybe like that's why his father gets to live, since it's a different in this story. We'll see though.
He's gonna do his own thing, like he said.
We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, this movie was like perfect movie. I didn't really have any, like, I know I said I had problems with the ending, but I didn't really have problems with it. I mean, I didn't really have problems with the ending. I just didn't know that it was going to be just like so abrupt like that. But the movie was perfect. I had no problems with it at all. I had no problems with it.
I had a hard time keeping track of how many different Spider-Man variants were in the movie. It was like, I gotta watch this over in IMAX because this is crazy right now.
It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a long movie too. But yeah, it was really good. Solid 10 or 11, as somebody else said. Any other thoughts about it, or any other particular things that you want to bring up from what happened in the movie? I have to watch it again. It's been a week now. It's a refresh.
One thing. I think I wrote this down. What happened to Miles Morales' spider sense? He got sucker punched at the end of the movie. That does not happen to Spider-Man.
I don't remember. I have to watch it again. I'm a little removed from it now. It's been like 2 weeks.
To the roof, the Prowler, his variant, sucker punched him, and that's how he got tied up to the punching bag. So, what happened to his spider sense?
Maybe that was a plot hole. No, I find it hard to believe that's a plot hole.
It's because it's himself that he can't detect himself.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe there's
that's
some
a good
type
point.
Of friction.
That's a good point, though. I haven't seen anybody bring that up yet. What did happen to his spider sense? That's a good point. I don't know. That's a good question. It was either a plot hole or it was intentional, and we don't know the reason why yet. But I feel like that's a good theory.
It has to be intentional. Like, there has to be a reason.
I feel like that's a good theory.
I thought about maybe his powers don't work in that universe, but no, because everyone's hopping different universes using powers. But I don't. That was just interesting to me.
I find it interesting that like all of Sony's movies are bad, or the movies that they do solely by themselves. But like Spider-Verse is like the best. Like, I don't understand. Like, they give us like Morbius and like a Venom movie, like 2 Venom movies that were just like subpar at best. But yet they have, thankfully, the creative genius to like give us this like perfect animated trilogy. But like they can't do anything else. Like, I don't understand like how, like, it's such a big difference. Like, think about how bad Morbius was, and then think about how good this is, and like all their other movies. Like, it's so weird that like this is
was the first one done in conjunction with Marvel?
No, I don't think so. I think both of these movies are just Sony.
No, this one was with Marvel.
Was it?
The intro, when they showed Sony, they briefly showed Marvel too. Like,
wait, hold on. 100%. I thought the Spider-Verse movies were just Sony.
I don't know about the first one, but this one, I seen them flash Marvel's name in this movie. So I'm just interested to see if the first one, because then that might be it.
Partnered with
and pay these
let's
writers.
Fact check that.
Please. I know I wasn't bugging. I was like, oh, Marvel.
I could have sworn it wasn't, though.
Look out for it on the rewatch.
I'm trying to find like an actual answer, but like the internet is not giving me an actual answer.
Yeah, it was very subtle. It was a flash, but like when they were showing the production companies and all that stuff, I think it was in the beginning. The beginning intro, they flashed Marvel.
No, because like Spider-Man
is like a Marvel.
I think it's I think it's because like Spider-Man Marvel has the rights to Spider-Man.
It might be
comics. I don't think they had anything to do with the production though of these movies.
Okay.
I don't think they have anything to do with it. James, if you find anything different, let me know. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm reading here right now.
All right. I believe
Yeah.
you, but I know there was a part where I seen the words. It wasn't
You
like
probably are you
MCU
sure?
bold Marvels. It was more like how it looks in the comics. It was like
Yeah, Marvel. Like, it was probably
red
like
and
Marvel Comics, not Marvel Studios.
right.
Is what I'm
You
thinking.
could be
You
right. That
probably
makes
saw.
sense.
Yeah, because I don't think they have anything to do with like the actual thing. Um, but yeah, excellent
Mhm.
movie. Excellent movie.
Are you gonna rewatch it?
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I kind of want to see it in 40x. My boyfriend saw it again in 40x with one of his friends, and he said it was much better. It was a cool experience watching in 40x. I've never been to a 40x movie, but I've been wanting to go to one, so I think I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
it again in 40x.
This is one of those movies I want to see in the best quality available.
Yeah, yeah,
The intended quality.
right. But yeah, excellent movie. I'm looking forward to part 2. And if part 2 is as good as this movie, then this will be, in my opinion, it'll be the best superhero trilogy that we've ever had, I think. What do you guys think?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Is it?
I can't just
Is
say
it a tough
that
one?
like that. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be in the conversation. Right now
In
it's
the
in the
conversation
conversation.
with what else though? Or do you think
What
it's competing
like
with?
what trilogies you talking about? Like Iron Man,
Any trilogy we've had for any superhero.
any trilogy
Yeah.
ever?
For
Oh,
superheroes
that's
specifically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean for superheroes,
Yeah.
that's tough. I can't I'm
Is
not willing
it?
to
Well,
stamp that.
what's close? What's close for you? Because I feel like I don't have a movie I don't have anything that's close.
I like Captain America's trilogy.
Yeah, but Captain America, I
I
love Captain
like
America's trilogy too, but it's nowhere near. I feel like it doesn't even.
uh,
I feel like it doesn't compare really at all.
Avengers doesn't count, right? They can't count that.
I
Iron
mean,
Man, I think I like Spider Man's better than Iron Man, but I don't know. I really like Captain America's trilogy, and yeah, I don't know. I would have to think about that to be honest. I really
mm,
do
I don't know.
because I
I don't
get it.
think. I don't think.
I just don't want to give it to him because of the cameos and all this stuff.
I mean,
But
it's not because
what
of the
about
cameos
Tom
though.
Holland Spider Man in the MCU?
It's still better than those. It's not even the cameos that make it good. Like the cameos were just like a little thing here that were like, oh, haha, that's funny. Like, haha, we're in the Venom universe right now. Like that's
But
cool. But like, no, it's everything else. It's a
in
story.
terms of like visuals and actual plot and stuff, you might be right. Actually,
Yeah,
the more I think about it, it's like, yeah, you might be right
yeah, yeah.
because
Like,
that
oh,
plot was like
mhm,
they really made you invest in these Spider-Man. Yeah, I
mhm,
feel emotionally connected to these Spider like Miles Morales.
yeah,
I'm so happy what they did with him. I was so terrified how they were gonna portray this superhero.
yeah,
So glad with how they did it.
yeah. It was really good. So I'm just saying, if the third movie like brings it all home, it's gonna be like really hard to beat. It's gonna be up there.
Yeah. I don't imagine they dropped the ball.
Yeah, it's gonna be up there in trilogies. Now, here's a question for you guys. Shamik Moore said that he wants to play live action Miles Morales. Do you guys think he can? I don't.
Shamik Moore
Is
is
the voice of Miles in this movie. But
I need a face.
he wants to also play the live action Miles Morales. I think
Um,
he's too old to play him in live action. But I just want to
yeah,
hear you
because
guys'
if
opinion.
anything, I would want to see him a part of Young Avengers. So
Yeah, I do think it should go to someone younger. Not that he
Yeah.
like looks crazy old or anything, but
He doesn't look crazy old, but he doesn't look like he can pull off playing somebody who's supposed to be 15, 16. He's 28 years old
yeah.
right now. Um,
nah, yeah.
no.
Next, next. I'm sorry. I like the look. I like the look, but next. You
No,
too old,
yeah.
buddy.
Like
Sorry.
he did a great job voicing him, but I don't think he can play him live action. Now, Miles Brown, who was rumored for a long time to have to be playing him, I think he would make a great Miles Morales. Miles Brown is like the little boy from Blackish, one of the twins. He's 18 years old. He is Afro Latino. Um uh and he just looks like he looks
Miles
more
Brown would
yeah.
be dope.
He right now I
Yes,
think is the best option. So these rumors that he's gonna play him, I hope they're true. Because I feel like he would make
I
a very good.
agree with you.
I feel like he would be a very good fit. James, what do you think?
I think that's my leading contender at the moment.
Yeah.
I think Shamik Moore, if they did anything more animated with Miles Morales, like he's definitely the go-to guy. If anything animated, you got to call him.
Yeah. But not live action though, Shamik. I think it's time for you to just sit down. Just be proud of the accomplishments you've made with this movie, like voicing him, but like he cannot play him live action. He can't. I feel like he's gonna be upset because he wants to, but he's not going. He can't do it. If they give it to him, I'll be upset. But yeah, Miles Brown.
All right. He's gonna be eating from these Spider-Verse movies for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Go be mad in Cancun or something, or to buy.
But Miles Brown would be a great Miles Morales, so hopefully they actually pick him. Yeah. So I mean, that's it. We all in agreement that Spider-Man was a 10, if not 11. It was a great movie. Excellent. If you haven't seen it already, make sure you go see it. It was phenomenal.
I hate to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
If we had to compare between it and Mario, can we even do that? Because one's the first movie and the other's a sequel.
No, you cannot compare it. They're two different movies.
All
completely.
Right, no problem.
And they were good in their own right, but I don't feel like they're not comparable.
We don't want to have this conversation.
And if we're gonna compare, then this movie was better than Mario. I'll say that.
All right.
You don't think so?
I'm not mad at that take.
Okay. Like without question. I'm sure James feels the same way.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Unless he doesn't. Okay.
So no, I would pay money to go see this again. I would not pay money to go see Mario again. I mean, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it
too. I feel the same as you. What was I about to say? All right, so let's wrap it up on Spider-Man. The Flash is coming out. The Flash is coming out this week, guys. Are you guys planning to go see the Flash?
Got my fingers crossed that I get a T-Mobile Tuesday $5 ticket. But I mean, I'll probably go see it regardless. I think I have a couple friends that want to go see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll more than likely go check it out. But from the reviews, it doesn't look like people are too excited about the film. Really?
Because the previews the trailers look fantastic. So people aren't giving it good reviews, like early reviews.
Yeah, I think the first one I seen was like a 7.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does it have a tomato meter score?
I haven't seen any reviews.
71%.
71%. Tomato meter. I mean, that's still good for the tomato meter score, actually. I guess I'll see for myself. I am going to go see it on Thursday. So I'll be here next week to report on it. But I think that you think people are getting multiverse fatigue because all these movies that are coming out now are about the multiverse. So maybe that's what it is. That's one of the comments that I'm seeing here when I'm looking at critic reviews. Then we're feeling a bit multiversed out, but maybe that's what's happening. Everything's about the multiverse.
Yeah.
But I'll see. I have to see it for myself.
Oh, you know what I saw? I saw Transformers yesterday. I forgot to mention that in my ratings.
Oh,
I enjoyed it. It didn't get the best of reviews, but I mean, I was entertained.
Yeah. I have to see it. I was supposed to see it last week, but I wasn't feeling well, so we didn't go. But I'm gonna see it again I'm gonna see it at some point.
It was good. My only gripe was I wish there were more beasts in there since it was called Rise of the Beasts. But I mean, other than that,
there wasn't.
I mean, there's something weird that happens at the end that I'm sure you guys, as soon as you see it, you'll be like, all right, what's going on? But I mean, other than that, yeah, I had no complaints.
Interesting.
What? Okay. It was only one beast that they fought, the gorilla? There had to be more than one.
No, it was the gorilla, the rhino, cheetah. Was there any others? There was an owl. I think that was all of them.
Interesting.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Anything else you guys have that you want to talk about before you wrap up?
No, I'm good for now.
All right.
Oh, okay. One thing I did see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is how true this is, but apparently the actor that plays Namor just got charged with
I saw that too.
Sexual assault. So,
I saw that.
Yeah, the string of this continues. So
yep.
I feel like it's happening a lot in the comic superhero movie arena more than other places right now.
I mean, it's happening everywhere right now, but now it's just I wonder like we haven't heard anything about Jonathan Major's case in a while, so I wonder what is going on with that.
So we hadn't heard nothing about Ursa Miller, whatever his name is.
Urza,
Heard nothing about
there,
Ezra
yeah,
Miller.
Urza Miller, yeah. I
Maybe I
mean,
just haven't looked.
well, that's because The Flash is out now, so I feel like they're trying to like kibosh all that, but whatever. Which is not great, but I haven't heard anything about that case either. But we'll see.
Just some in the air right now. I think it's fresh news.
Yeah, it is. It is. I saw it this morning. I just forgot about it. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that too. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another week, guys. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Blurred's Nerds, follow us on TikTok, Blurred's Nerds _pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Send us an email if you are a POC creator in the nerd space and you're interested in coming on talk about your work. Send us an email, blurredsnerds@gmail.com. If you have suggestions on what you would like us to talk about, send us an email, blurredsnerds@gmail.com. And yeah, rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.